Just got off of work. It's my first day back after the van meet. Met my friend Holdfast. Van meet was really fun. I hope you guys could join us next time. My first impression of Holdfast's van when he pulled into our meeting spot was, nice van. Now I need bigger tires. His van has 285 tires. That's almost a 33-inch tire. My van has the stock 245s, just about a 30. 265s or 31s. I think I'm going to go 265. I think it's all visual. If I go 265s, I'll get a more aggressive looking tire. I think that'll help the look of my van a lot. If I don't re-gear, my van will have a 355 gear. My van has a 373 right now. 355 is a decent power gear. I only intend on towing 2,500 pounds geo tracker, so I might not even have to re-gear with 265s. If I go 285s, I definitely should re-gear, because that'll reduce me to like a 327 gear, and I still want to tow. I still want to have decent power. And the big lesson I learned from my last van had a wimpy motor, 5.0, 180 horsepower. That's it. 245 to 285 tires, my acceleration suffered, my fuel economy suffered, and that's why I think I'm going to go 265s. I want to keep my fuel economy, so here we go. So 407 miles traveled. That's from my road trip. I didn't top off on fuel. I went 407 miles on this current tank. And it's just under 1/4. The lowest I ever went with this van is just touching the middle of the E. When I just touched the middle of the E, I still have 5 gallons left. So see, 407 miles traveled on this tank. This van has a 500-mile range. I've done 500 miles. That's the most I ever traveled on one tank, and I want to retain that. That's why I don't want to go 285s. It's just the weight of the tire and just a drastic change. It looks good, but I want to find that happy balance of looking cooler. It's only going to be a 1/2 inch of lift. I'm going to share the chart of how much difference a bigger tire is. So you take how much bigger the tire is, and then you divide that by half, because of course the tire is going to go into the middle, so you're going to get half of the lift. So I don't really care about extra lift. I just like the look. So I'm going to go 265s most likely, and then I'll still have a big wheel gap, so you'll still be able to see the suspension, like the shocks and the springs. So let me go ahead and top off on fuel right now. I went to 7-Eleven. Pilot only goes to $75. 7-Eleven goes up to $100. So let's see if I even top off of $100 of fuel. Stock 245 tires. I do like the gigantic wheel gap. You could fit your head in the wheel gap. If I went 265, I'll still be able to see the springs and the shocks. So to retain 373 gears, I would have to re-gear to 410s, and I would do that once I get a locking diff. So if I go 410s and then go 265, I'll keep my 373 gears. If I go 265s and don't re-gear, I'll still have 355s. So I'm thinking maybe try out the 265s, and if I'm not happy with the acceleration after getting 265s, then I'll go 410. And then if I like the acceleration with the 265s reducing to a 355, then I don't have to re-gear, just get the locking diff. 285s, I would have to go 456 gears in order to keep the 373s. I definitely don't want to go 285s without a re-gear. That'll drop me to like a 327 gear. I want the power to tow. I want the acceleration. So things to think about. More money. Costs a lot of money when you have a van build and you want to lift it and put bigger tires and keep your acceleration. $100. I sure could go for some mean tweets. $1 a gallon cheaper fuel and cheaper food prices right about now. This is $1.59. Used to cost $1 each.